A very, very, very good evening to you all. Welcome. A very good evening to you all. Welcome to Chirongwa Chetlu Chevechidiki, Uhlelo lwethu labasakhulayo, Uhlelo The Connection. Welcome everybody. Today is Tuesday, the 15th of January, 2019. Hi, Bafetu. I'm your host, Mike Hove. Welcome to Chirongwa Chelu Chevechidiki Uhlelo The Connection. Mweneni msaikwa uMike Hove. I'd like to take this opportunity ukuthi ngilamulekele nonke kuhlelo lethu labasakhulayo lamhlanje mhla 15 January 2019. Welcome to the youth program, your one and only youth program, Studio 7's very own youth program that focuses on anything and everything youth related. Lamhlanje kuhlelo, tonight we take a look at the tech industry in Zimbabwe. What role is the tech industry playing in Zimbabwe? IT experts and economists and entrepreneurs have been quoted stating ukuthi the tech industry, not just in Zimbabwe but worldwide, can play a major role when it comes to one, either societal development or societal falling, or the dividend between two different societies. What do I mean by that? Technology can be the reason as to why a society can grow economically, communicate faster and better, or it can be the reason why societies stay behind and be misinformed or ill-informed, not get enough information. Let me give you guys an example. Isisusu vanogara ku diaspora thina abantu abahlala emazweni phatha ukuthumela imali kumusha uko, and we send money via MoneyGram and you all receive it lihambe emabhenki nesithupha sakho and you collect your money. That's an example of technology at work. That right there is an example of how technology can uplift a society economically. Another example is, for all of you guys about abasemathandweni abo lava what when your girlfriend or your wife or whoever calls you, sithi baby boo, hayi ngiyakukhumbula uhlala emazweni, can you video call me? Umuntu wazi wabamba ucingo when they video call you per WhatsApp. Ontanga, that right there is technology at work. But Ontanga, speaking of social media or e-communication using e-technology, lamhlanje eZimbabwe, hi, something big happened. Ontanga, lamhlanje we got reports ukuthi e-social media was shut down, clamped down, agula access to e-social media eZimbabwe. Abanye bakhuluma ngezinto ezijiyeneyo, abanye bathi hayi, if you have access to e-VPN, but e-virtual private network, you might have access to e-internet. But we're not sure. Sikhangela ukuthi ingcwethi ezangena kuhlelo lamhlanje sizasitshela okuningi ukuthi, is that possible? What exactly is going on in Zimbabwe? Is the shutdown legal? What exactly is going on in Zimbabwe? Ngenani kuhlelo. But Ontanga, before we delve deeper into today's program, where we delve into what exactly happened in Zolo, what exactly led to the shutdown, let me give you guys a little taster of what exactly are we talking about lamhlanje kuhlelo. Tonight on The Connection, we'll speak to youths about the technology sector in Zimbabwe.
I'm the project officer for the Feed ZW. It's a project under Magamba Network, and we work on cutting-edge online media content.
Using social media is a big way to reach out to the young people because that's where they spend most of the time.
VOA's very own Paul Ndiho speaks to Tavadzo Teisi and Priti Chavangu of the Feed ZW, which is a youth-run online media outlet. The two tell us more about the company and how they're using technology to reach out to the masses. If you're looking to call into the program, +1 202 465 0318 is the number to call. You're tuned into The Connection on Studio 7. Lizwila bontanga manzwa +1 202 619 2077 is the number to call. Kana mchida upinda mchirongwa nasi ndiyo nyaya yatiri kuzeya, nyaya yezve shutdown yezve technology uyezve nezuro takaonawo ka vechidiki, kwete vechidiki vega asi masangano akasiyana siyana akafanana naZCTU vachiratidzira mumigwagwa yekuZimbabwe vachiti kwete handi zvoba. Announcement yakaitwa nemutungamiriri wenyika vaEmmerson Mnangagwa hanzi takanzwa vaMnangagwa just a couple of days ago vachiannounce vachiti fuel petrol kuZimbabwe uko is now officially $3.31 per liter. Munhu wese akati handi zvoba. Fuel kuZimbabwe is officially the most expensive in the world. Vanhu vakati aiwa musi wa14 January tikunoratidzira pasocial media pakatenderera kaflyer kachiti aiwa 14 January is official shutdown day, tiri kuvhara nyika, hapana chiri kuitika. And ndezuro zvechokwadi. Ivo munhu wese akapinda muchirongwa vakaonawo mukuru wangu vaGibbs Dube uyezve Tanonoka Wande vachinyatsozeya nyaya yacho vachiti aiwa ndizvo zvakaitika. Vanhu vakabuda vakanoratidzira mumigwagwa. Tikaonawo futi hanzi takuwanawo mareports kuti aiwa manheru acho takanzwawo mauto anga kupinda mumigwagwa. Aiwa ontanga pindai muchirongwa mutudzawo kuti imi especially imi vari kuZimbabwe makaonawo chii chachichiitika. +12026192077 ndiyo nhamba yekuti fonera kana muchida kupinda muchirongwa. Asi ndiri kuzivawo ndanyatsokuudzaiwo kuti aiwa zvinhu hazvina kumira zvakanaka kumusha uko, vanhu havasi kuonawo paFacebook painternet apa. Saka ivo kana muri kuZimbabwe muchidawo kuona chirongwa ichi musatye. I understand kuti hamumbowanawo mukana wokuonawo chirongwa, but tiripo paredhiyo, saka tibatei pamasaisai anoti 49306080 uyezve pa15460. Asi the rest of the world bakhona abantu, those that have access to internet, endai ku www.voashona.com, www.voandebele.com, tiripo zvekare pa www.voazimbabwe.com. asi pane vamwewo vanofarira Facebook, tiripo zvekare pa Facebook pamapeji edu matatu iripo www.voandebele.com, www.voashona.com, tiripo zvakare pa www aiwa uxolo ontanga tiripo pamapeji edu matatu paFacebook pa VOA Ndebele, pa VOA Shona uyezve pa VOA Studio 7. Ilo ludaba lukhona ekutwini wontanga lamhlanje. Ngiyalamukela nonke kuhlelo labasakhulayo, uhlelo The Connection, lilami uMike Hobe. Namhlanje sithinta udaba lwe-internet. Sizwile ukuthi eZimbabwe uhulumende wathi hayi izolo vele ngibone i-article eyakhishwa by this new online medium platform ebizwa ukuthi TechZim. Bona bakhisha i-article besithi uhulumende bekhotha iphephandaba ele Newsday besithi uhulumende ushilo wathi ngendlela izinto ezihamba ngayo sizayivala i-internet. Lamhlanje kuseni sithi siyavuka ngempela kwaba le clampdown ku-internet. So sifuna ukuzwa kini ukuthi likubona njani lokho okwenzakalayo. Uhulumende usevalile i-internet. Ontanga abaseZimbabwe, they don't have access to us thina abasemelika unless siyabaxhuma echingweni. So ngenani kuhlelo lisitshela umbono wenu mayelana ngalokho okwenzakalayo. Izolo njalo sibone abasakhulayo betshengisela emgwaqweni ngenxa ukuthi umongameli a couple of days ago wayenza announcement enkalakatha. Umongameli wathi officially gas is $3.31 per liter eZimbabwe, making it the most expensive gas in the world. Abasakhulayo njalo abantu amalunga wenhlanganiso abo ZCTU abo this flag but hayibo ngeke mongameli yini lento usufuna ukusiyenza, usufuna ukusibulala. Bathi hayi mhla ka14 January siyatshengisela ngempela. Izolo sibabonile laba bangeleleyo kuhlelo izolo libe lethuba lokuxoxisana loGibbs Dube kanye loThanonoka Wande and you heard ukuthi kuyini okwenzakala eZimbabwe. So lamhlanje ngempela it's day 2 of the shutdown. Sifuna ukuzwa kini ukuthi 1, are you in support of the shutdown? 2, yini umbono wenu mayelana nge-social media clampdown, sengisithi social media, nge-internet clampdown eZimbabwe. But joining me in studio joining me through the phone umnumzana waseZimbabwe silo mnumzana uBevan. Bevan, how are you doing, my brother?
I'm very good, Mike. And yourself?
I am perfect. I'm perfectly goodest. Welcome to our youth program.
Thank you so much. And good evening to the listeners.
Definitely. So, Bevan, tell me something. When are you in Zimbabwe? What exactly is going on? I hear with social media, dololo, there's nothing. No one has access to the internet.
Yeah, we seem to be having a bit of challenges accessing the internet since morning. I'm not too sure what is happening. I don't want to speculate, but we don't have access to the internet. And it's quite a big problem considering that some of the financial systems that we rely on a daily basis actually rely on internet connectivity. So we are on a bit of in a bit of a fix, if I can put it that way.
Now, you, Bevan, you work with finance, focusing on the technology industry. What are the implications of a shutdown like this? Pela, it's now officially become the whole day ngela internet.
Yes. Okay. So basically, if you look at the way transactions happen in Zimbabwe, we've got the de facto national switch, which is called Zim switch. By default, it is what we regard as the national switch. So we've got all the member banks in Zimbabwe, which are about 18 of them, interconnecting to Zim switch via what we call IPsec tunnels. So IPsec tunnels are actually channels which have streamed through the internet as means of interconnecting the banks and Zim switch. So because the internet has been shut down, it means the tunnels have also been cut off. So literally, since the internet was cut off, there wouldn't be any transactions coming from any of the banks being switched through the national switch. So literally, the whole system would not have processed a single transaction today because of this, internet shutdown, which is quite unfortunate,
Now, earlier on, I saw on social media, VPN, what, and someone was mentioning Uhulumende, abanye abakhona who are part of government have access to the internet, others don't. Does a shutdown like this affect government sectors such as, I guess, there's certain government members who are part of a bank, etc., etc., etc.? Does this affect them, or does it affect their pockets? Does it affect the company's GDP for today?
It actually affects everybody, right? Because if you look at it, when people talk about VPN, what they're basically trying to do is to bypass the local IPSs, which provide the internet services. So what you literally need is you need a Wi-Fi connection at your place, and then you can actually bypass the ISP, but at the same time you'll be riding on the backbone of that Wi-Fi. So you'll be interconnecting to services, say, in America or in Britain for that internet access. So what has also happened now is that the Wi-Fi service has been terminated. So you cannot even talk about VPN. Because at one point in the morning, a friend of mine was actually connecting via VPN using his home Wi-Fi. But that was also terminated. So it's quite a mess. So there are no financial transactions in terms of transaction processing that can actually, be processed through the national switch, like I've said. However, you've got alternatives such as, the EcoCash, which doesn't go through, Zim switch. So people are still able to do, transactions via USSD menus offered by EcoCash. Which is okay. Because if you look at EcoCash itself, those guys basically control 98% of the mobile money services within the country. And if you look at the volume in comparison to all the transactions that happen in the country, we're talking about 20% of the total transaction volume that happens in the country. So this includes RTGS transactions, POS transactions. Unfortunately, we can't talk about ATM transactions anymore because we haven't had working ATMs in a very long while now. Yeah.
So Vasha Peter chimbotitsanangurirai kana nerurimi rwamai kuti chii chainyatsoitika nhasi tamuka vanhu vakawanda kuZimbabwe vamuka vakati aiwa regai ndibotarisawo paWhatsApp, paTwitter, padandemutande apo painternet vaonawo runhare ruchiti aiwa maya hapana chinhu chiri kuitika nhasi. Chii chanyatsoitika kuZimbabwe?
Ipapa panonetsa kuziva mukuru wangu, handidi kunyepa, because tatomukawo tichida kutoitawo matransactions edu kwakutongoonawo internet yakadzima. Kwakutoona kuti izvo kana kuaccessa ma-remote banks kwatinomboita hakusi kuaccesseka. Hapana kana kuvhura browser rekuvhura kana Google chairo rikuvhurika, hapana chiri kuvhurika. WhatsApp haichashanda, chaakungoshanda ango ma-SMS nema-voice calls. Saka masituation akadai normally panenge pane central control inenge iripo yangodzima kune ma-authorities vanenge vane ma-powers acho vanenge vangodzima internet. Because normally what would happen is the total vanotanga vachivhara bandwidth kuti itange kuita slower zvinofrustrate our ma-users wozopedzisira wangozvida wazongodzima. Saka takagara kudai so hatisi kuziva kuti zvichafamba sei kana kuti zvakamira sei, tangomirirawo kuti vakuru vagadzirise.
Aiwa, takunzwa zvakanaka vashapeta, chimbobatai parunhare timbotorawo umwewo guest wedu ari kubva kupinda muchirongwa. Ngiyezwa njalo ukuthi we have our second guest, umnumzana uHannibal Ndlovu. Ndlovini skipani potom.
Aziyaphetha kazi. Ngiyasiwa mama.
Siyezwa phela ukuthi hayi bathi social media dololo ilizwe lonke.
Hayi ngabe yiyo phela ngabe siyathaba kodwa yikho kunengi i-social media, i-internet yonke ayisebenzi namuhla jaha.
So bathi kwenze njani? Bani uyicichileyo i-internet?
Asitshela kuphela sibona kuphela kungavuli lutho baba. Uthi uyavula ngale ubona kuvuleki, uthi uyavula lokhu akuvuleki, amagesi awathengeki, manje senze njani?
So ekuseni yazi ngithe ngivula i-internet ngithi hayi ngiyavuka ekuseni ngithi ngcono ngixoxisane labontanga siyezwe ukuthi kanti kuhamba njani ekhaya. Ngizwa abontanga abaningi besithi hayi lamhlanje bhuti wami I'm on VPN bathi virtual what awusichazisele ngamafishane ukuthi i-VPN kahle kuyini njalo uyisebenza njani?
I-VPN singathi yi-connection esebenza nge-internet. So ukuze usenze i-VPN kumele ube le-internet. Kunjengokuthi i-VPN ikhupha i-connection yakho kwelinye ilizwe. So wena lapho ohlala khona ngahlala eZimbabwe bengavala i-WhatsApp yakho. Ungavula leyo VPN uthi yona ivuleke e-America. Ama-WhatsApp akho ayasevela ngani wena use-America. Kodwa kule into uthi zisebenze kumele ube ne-internet. So ekuqaliseni ekuseni abantu abaningi babona i-WhatsApp isivaliwe. Bavula ama-VPN abo, i-WhatsApp yayisebenza. Phambi kwesikhathi i-internet yangikhona ngokwayo yasivalwa. Manje i-VPN lapho ayisoke isebenze kuthwana, usenabantu esebenzayo lapho sokuvaliwe konke.
Kodwa mnumzana ukuze i-VPN ime ukusebenza ngike ngazwa intathizindaba yethu umnumzana uGibson Bebe esichasisela ukuthi when internet started slowing down ekuseni eningi labantu like you said started accessing i-VPN and then after a while it just stopped. Kusho ukuthi someone stopped i-internet completely shutting down. Now ukuze lokho kwenzekale certain institutions like for example i-Potras have to give it the go ahead. Is that not true?
According to the laws and the rules, the Post and Telecommunications Regulatory Authority of Zimbabwe would give that instruction, yes.
Is it possible that anyone else can do it besides that?
No, not to my knowledge. Because the IAPs, the Internet Access Providers, are given their licenses by Potras, and they are governed by Potras. The rules they follow are governed by Potras. Yes.
So tell me something, Hannibal. Today we're talking about a shutdown, of course, coincidentally, after so many things have happened in the country. Izolo, I was explaining to my other guest, Umnumzana Ubevan, that coincidentally I was going through the internet and I read an article on TechZim. Is it TechZim? ZimTech? TechZim, yes. And they were quoting Newsday in an article that was saying that Potras was ordered by government to shut down the internet. Next day, Dololo Internet has gone. Who exactly has the authority to shut down the internet?
Well, you're looking for a specific individual, we wouldn't know. But as the article you are mentioning is stating, the organization in charge of that is, as you say, Potras. But specific individuals, the information is hard to come by.
Now,
Yeah.
I have a quick question. Not so long ago, I was actually reading up on several different acts and bills in Zimbabwe, and I came across the cybersecurity bill. Is the shutting down of the internet in Zimbabwe right now, what was done by the government, is it legal?
Depending on the state of the nation or the determined state of the nation, yes, it can be very legal.
So,
as seen by umnumzana wenu uTrump ngapho, if he determines a state of national emergency, he is given certain powers and privileges determined by the situation in the nation. So yes, I'm sure it's very legal in certain instances, depending on the state of the nation. Yeah.
Okay. Let me take our call, one of our callers quickly, and then I'll come back to both of you, Bevan and Hannibal. Ndrukunzwa ukuthi nemtheri parnare va Charles Munyaka vamnyaka makadi yenyu baba.
Hello.
Mapinda kamchirongwa baba.
Mapinda mchirongwa.
Zviri kufamba here mdari.
Yeah, zvinakidze.
Ndepi.
Azvinakidze nyika yakadai so kuti vanhu vese nhasi kana mabhuku aswera musango hapana kuziva kuti vamwe vari kupi.
Ndikuonawo kababa kuti muri kuZimbabwe handiri mdari.
Ndiri kuZimbabwe.
Ngatikurukureika. Saka nhasi mambowanawo mukana here wekumboti mombodongorerawo kuti chii chiri kuitika painternet apa.
Apa zvangoitika kuseni. Nguva yangotanga kupinda masoja tanga kurova vanhu mudzimba door to door, varume vese vechidiki vese kutanga kutizira musango. Ya, zvokuti iyo zvino pari zvinoondeja inotombopera yatotanga futi. Tiri musango izvozvi so.
Vanhu vachiri kuratidzira here mumigwagwa uko kuZimbabwe?
Kuratidzira akusisina munhu ukuterwa door to door mumba dai kuna area yatiri kumabhuku. Which means hasisi kunakidza nyika idi kudaro.
Saka nhasi iday 2 yeshutdown izvi zvakamira sei ikoko?
Zvinhu zvakango zviri dhororo zvakadhakwa.
Zvakadhakwa?
Hakuna mira zvakanaka usiku vamwe vaingotifona hatina kumira kudaka kupunzirwa dzimba raki kumbare vachikanda vatiyega mudzimba muri vana vadiki. Uchimidzi chasvidi kudaro so. Aiwa
mukoma takunzwa zvakanaka, tinotenda zvikuru nekupinda muchirongo handiti?
Ndofuma kadai kuri kuchema kwedu hasi kuchemera chii kupira kwezvinhu nefiyo. Hurumende yedu tinoida ngaitigadzire zvinhu zvedu kwete kutizvo yoti yaona kuti yakakanganisa yoti opposition party.
So mukoma chale ndikubvunze mubvunzo wangu wokupedzisira tisati taendera mberi ndichitaurawo nemagesi angu apa. Muri munhu wechidiki here?
Ndiri munhu wechikuru, ndotora muovheti.
Alright, mutori muovheti. Imi nemaondero enyu chii chofanira kuitika kuti nyaya iyi igadziriswe? Nekuti nezuro takaonawo kana makatarisa paFacebook vanhu vanga kupisa mataya, vanhu vari kuti aiwa taneta nezviri kuitika munyika. Hanzi gas $3.31 handizvoba kuti kuZimbabwe takubhadhara the most expensive fuel munyika. Chii chofanira kuitika? Nekuti mutungamiriri wenyika vamwewo vari kutoudzwawo kuti aiwa mukadai ndizvo zvinoita kuti nyika igadziriswe.
Right. Pautungamiri wedu hatikwanisi. MaZimbabwe dzine mwoyo murefu. Tokona takubuda kuti zvarwadza zvadzorwadisa vapinda pamongo. Yes.
Hai, saka imi nemaondero enyu todii manje kuti nyika iendere mberi?
Zvakuda iwo president ngavagare pasi nevana vavo. Yes. Because kunaka kune vakuru zvinhu zvakavanakira. Kune vadiki hakuna chavari kuwana. Chokwadi mari yacho haana, mari yakapera, maprice okwira. Kushanda haasi kushanda. For example, ndakanopaka mota yangu pambari. Vanhu kubada kuchengeterawo mota. Unhu vandikutaura here?
Ndiri kunzwa.
Ndakati naifani tasa age yandiri. Nezvauri ukumbirawo mari kwandiri. Ndakati baba wangu ndofunga imizere yenyu ndoriri kubasa. Ini ndiri kuno. Tataendaona mukana kuti nai murawo ini ndi mwana wenyu. Sezvo ini ndichine mukana wokushanda. Just think mwana mudika chinotaura zvakadaro kwandiri. Zvinorwadza zvakadini. Ende zvinosisa zvakadini.
Aiwa takunzwai baba, tinotenda zvikuru nekupinda muchirongo handiti?
Midhiya yedu wavhara handiti? Iye zvino kuredhiyo yavo haikwanisi kutaura chokwadi. Chokwadi chinotaura chete idheti nezuva. Chokwadi vabuda muZimbabwe vautaura kuti zvakonzwa neopposition hakuchataura chapati musoro uteni chigadziriswe kuti izvo president wayo agadzirise kuti izvo apa napa ndo pakakananisika togadzira so
asi muri kutinzwawo here paredhiyo tichiri kuwika zvakanaka here paredhiyo
halo
ndati isu sestudio 7 tiri kuwika zvakanaka here paredhiyo
ndizvozvo ngoita muchikata zvichidaro
awo aiwa right takunzwa zvakanaka vamunyaka tinotenda zvikuru nekupinda muchirongo
amuwanezwa zvakanaka
ndizvo izvozvo
maadvice kuna vakuru vedu
so balaleli mthwakazo liyamuzwa umnumzana uCharles Munyaka uyasho ukuthi izinto eZimbabwe azimanga kuhle ngiphinde ngambuza ngathi njengoba uhulumende yena ubona ngani isenzo sakhe sokukhweza iprice efuel is the best way to move forward yena uthi hasivumelani lo hulumende hayi cha uthe khonapho umongameli wenzile iphutha elikhulu akwenzi ngiphinde ngambuza ngathi abantu basaqhubekela phambili betshengisela emgaqweni na wathi hayi cha abantu abekho emgaqweni kodwa bacachile ngenxa ukuthi amabutho they are out there in the streets kuthiwa hayi siyabadinga abantu hey ngithokoza ubuhle ngenani kuhlelo +12026192077 that's the number to call nxa ufisa ungena kuhlelo tell us what exactly are you experiencing ngale eZimbabwe izolo sibonile abontanga njalo abantu abadala just like umnumzana uCharles Munyaka labanye abantu who are part of ama civic organizations afana labo this flag njalo other organizations such as eZithi bashilo bathi mhla ka14 never we are shutting down eZimbabwe ngempela kwayenzakala izolo kodwa these protests izinto turned a little violent sazi sabona uhulumende izolo ngishilo ngathi I was reading i-article eyakhishwa on a TechZim which was quoting iNewsday bona besithi uhulumende had allegedly told iPortras ukuthi hayi kusasa kumele uvale internet lamhlanje surprise abantu besithi bayavuka ekuseni internet slowly stopped working and then eventually izinto stopped working in its totality. So let's go to emakhasini ethu ku VOA Ndebele siyobona ukuthi abantu bathini ngibona umnumzana uSteven Malabo ukuthi kwenzakalani ekhaya sikhathazekile ukuthi i-social media ingasasebenzi why umluleki moyo uthi benzele ukushaya kahle abantu siyazi confirming exactly lokho okushiwo ngumnumzana uCharles Munyaka uLesedi Moleya uthi linjani bahlabezulu mnumzana Lesedi unjani uNtombizodwa Mahlangu uthi uNtombizodwa uqhubekele wathi bafuna singaboni mabe bulala abantu mama uZink Mike Manando uthi abafuna ukuthi abantu betshengisele abantu who are outside the country ukuthi how is the situation going. We know we know that the ruling party is violent. Hayi mnumzana ama allegations umsunduzo uthi khona bafuna singabona ukuthi baqhuma njani abantu abantu. Let me go back to our guest sixoxe ngamafishane ukuthi what exactly is happening ecingweni ngumnumzana uHannibal Ndlovu njalo uBevan Shapeta. uBevan is an expert in financial within the tech world. uHannibal laye he's an IT expert. So let me go back to umnumzana uBevan siyezwe okunengi ukuthi Bevan what exactly is going on. So Bevan, early on we were touching on the implications of such a thing when we're talking about finances. How much money could the country lose today? Is it something that's worth it just to shut abantu up?
Well, in terms of quantifying the money, it's a bit difficult because, as you know, most of the people in this country are in informal trading. So it's really difficult to quantify how much money those guys would have lost today. Because nothing is really formalized, you know. You've just got a small section of the population who are formally employed, and the statistics are not something that are readily available at the moment. But obviously, there is a lot of business that has been lost because of the shutdown, because you can't do, the normal post transactions.
But let me ask you something, Bevan. Like you said, a huge chunk of the population is working within the informal sector. Eneng labantu are trading via eco-cash. You yourself said ukuthi eco-cash is still very much so functional. So is this really a big hit on the economy?
If you look at the informal traders per se, I wouldn't say that it's a big hit because the informal traders are actually continuously accepting, payments via EcoCash. But then the problem comes when people are now speculating in terms of the rate between the EcoCash money versus the US dollar. Because remember, fuel prices just increased by more than a double fold. And people now are being very speculative when it comes to the pricing of their current stock that they've got at the moment. So some people are hesitant to sell because they don't really know whether they are able to restock after selling what they've got at the moment. So some people are simply holding back onto what they've got at the moment. But for those who want to sell, EcoCash is available. People are trading using EcoCash, which is the basic trading platform for informal traders. Unfortunately, we only have a few traders who use what is called MPOS. MPOS is a mobile POS, which is issued by Stewart Bank at the moment. So those are a bit of a negligible number in terms of the actual number of traders in the country. But the rest who use EcoCash, they can trade if they want.
Okay. Okay. Well, folks, limzwile umnumzana uBevan Chapeta. Bevan, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Do you have any last words that you want to leave for the people? Tell us a little about what exactly you're seeing, and then we just have to let you go, buddy.
At the moment, I'm actually confined to my house. I haven't been outside there. I'd rather play it safe.
Is that the advice you're giving people? Play it safe?
Yeah. So I wish the best to my countrymen. I'm one of those people who want the best for this country. This is our land. It belongs to everybody, black, white, Shona and Ndebele, everybody. So we are all supposed to be happy in our own land. So whatever differences we've got at the moment, I pray and hope that we are able to resolve them so that we can move forward as a country for the benefit of our children and our children's children.
All right.
Thank you very much for inviting me to the show.
Thank you so much, Mr. Chapeta. Have a good day.
All right. Thank you.
All right. So let me move on to my other guest. And then, as promised earlier on Tanga, namhlanje kuhlelo, we're talking about tech. We're not just focusing on Zimbabwe. I know ukuthi shutdown is something that's really impacting ilizwe Zimbabwe, but this is something that's not unique to Zimbabwe. This has happened in several different other countries in Africa. So I'm going to bring in another guest of mine who's spoken on so many different tech platforms, and he's a host here at VOA. He's going to talk to me a little more about what exactly happens whenever these kind of shutdowns happen. But hold your brakes. Let me go back to Hannibal, and then when we let go of Hannibal, we'll go to my other guest. Hannibal, usakho necingweni? Right, mnumzana. So let me wrap up with you. When ukhona ngale eHarare, abantu aching to know, especially laba abaphila emazweni, ukuthi what exactly is going on. Awusitshela ukuthi what have you seen namhlanje on the ground? Ngiyazi ukuthi you once left the house, and I'm sure you got to see what exactly was going on around you.
So the main thing is ama-business wonke ama-formal businesses avaliwe. Ngitsho ama-garage avaliwe, ama-fast food outlets, o-chicken inn bavaliwe everywhere you go. Kulabantu nje abazimele emakhoneni yebona kuphethe kwenzakalani, akulanto ehambayo ekhanya yonke eseyenza namuhla. So it feels like it's very close towards a ghost town, as you would call it. There's very few cars traveling, You'd be surprised to find Avondale or Borodale or even town had one or two cars driving around, which is not normal. Normally you would have traffic jams and motors zihamba, kodwa namuhla hayi abantu bahlezi ekhaya abaphumanga ezindlini zabo. So it's an eerie day.
And then my last question to you, Mnumzana, before I let you go, let's speak a little about the cybersecurity bill. Then, you mentioned ukuthi as long as umongameli sees it fit, they can shut down the internet.
yebo.
Now izolo sibone abantu bephuma ngobunenge babo shutting down, abanye were pushing the message on social media besithi hayi abojaha come out, let's protest. Abanye was now starting to burn tires and whatnot. Is that a reasonable cause to shut down the internet?
I wouldn't be able to tell you what the people who ordered the shutdown determined as reasonable cause, but I can point to the fact that the social media was helping in spreading the message, peaceful or otherwise, informative or otherwise. Social media was being used to inform everyone else what is going on, where to be and where not to be, where it's safe and where it's not safe. So the tool was used. How it was used is another thing, but the tool was being used. Whether for right or for wrong, the people of Zimbabwe were using the tools available to them to spread the message that they're spreading. So now when it comes to is it right or wrong, or should they or should they not, that is now a thought path that is only can be asked to those people who deem that it's not right and shut it down, unfortunately.
Okay. Well, Ndlovini, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Putom ngokungena kuhlelo. Have a good night and be safe.
Same to you, sir.
So, mthokazo omuhle liyamuzwa umnumzana uHanibal Ndlovu uyasho ukuthi well, it's I guess umongameli always has to determine what he sees fit as to whether it's necessary or not to shut down the internet. Lina lokubona njani +1 202 619 2077, that's the number to call. Pinda imchirongwa ngati kurukureyi vanhu vechidiki muri kupi, pinda imchirongwa. But let me go to our page quickly and then sizathatha careful nyana, we'll take a quick breather and then we'll go back. Ngizaba ngilo guest wami in studio lami. Umnumzana uSteven uyabuza ukuthi is this allowed yini ukuthi they just close the internet just because it's shame ukuthi umhlaba ubone ukuthi abantu abasamfuni bakhathele, lokho ngeke kwenzeke ukuthi abantu bayithanda izanu PF i-International Court mayingenele eZimbabwe isibophele izigelekeqe ezizibiza ngama-leaders. Hey, ngibona ngani yena uSteven uthi hayi akavumi la lokho kwenzakalayo eZimbabwe, avume nezo ziri kuyetika kuZimbabwe. Phinda imchirongwa ngenani kuhlelo. So Ontanga, let's take a quick breather, and then when we come back, I'll have my guest in studio where we'll talk a little more about Africa as a whole and of course what's happening in Zimbabwe. Pinda imchironga msatize +1 202 619 2077 is the number to call. Call me Ontanga. Heita, hola, Piko, Hamadzangu. If you're with us right now, you are tuned into The Connection. I'm your host, Mike Hove. Tanki abontanga. Tinotenda zvikuru nekupinda mchirongwa. Now, all I ask is that you follow us on social media and join the conversation. Our Facebook pages are VOA Studio 7, VOA Shona, and VOA Ndebele. Or you can text us on WhatsApp. The number is +1 202 465 0318. To converse with me, follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The username is @BigMike3, BIGMYKE3.
Angithi ngiyamthanda ngiyamqwala ubulawa, angithi ngiyangobulawa, angithi ngiyamqwala ngiyamthanda ubulawa, ngoba konke wakhe isiyabukeka manje, abantwana bayiqwala ngathi izitrata awusiphethe manje, elele angisiphethe, ngoba konke wakhe isiyabukeka manje, abantu nje bayiqwala ngathi amagenge ayehlanya ngathi, elele Spela ngai sela ke last phone yini na mata this time no sensiyo ya mima hey ya sela ke last phone yini na this time no sensiyo ya mima hey ubulawa yonke stand no someone pay so Ongithi ngiyasiqhenya ngobulawa. Angithi ngiyamthanda ngiyamqhwala ubulawa. Angithi ngiyasiqhenya ngobulawa. Angithi ngiyamqhwala ngiyamthanda ubulawa. Ngoba konke wakhe isiyabukeka manje. Abantwana bayiqhwala ngayizitrata awusiphethe manje. Elele angisiphethe.
Uhlelo The Connection lilami uMike Hove lamhlanje 15 January 2019. So far ontanga abangenileyo, you heard my two guests, umnumzana uShepard sengishithi Shepard, uBevan Shapeta njalo umnumzana uHannibal Ndlovu, both work in the IT business. Shepard was attesting to how this is impacting e-finances eZimbabwe. Sizwile njalo umnumzana uHannibal Ndlovu, he was explaining more as to how this whole ideal works, how the VPN works, etc, etc, etc. Sizwile abanye bengena kuhlelo. I read my comments wangowathi hayi wahandi zobathi mvumelane ezulu kuyitika kuZimbabwe. Well, I want to hear from you all. But ontanga, earlier on I promised you ukuthi we're not just focusing on Zimbabwe. This instance is not unique to Zimbabwe, ontanga. Such things have happened in different countries. So to talk about that, I have a guest of mine, the host of Upfront Africa. He's also a VOA reporter, Jackson Bunganyi. Jackson, brother.
What's up?
Welcome.
What's up, Mike?
Welcome.
It's good to
How
be
you feeling
here.
today?
I'm feeling good. How about you? I love the energy on this.
Thank you.
Yeah.
This is how we feel.
I
This
like
is a youth
it.
show.
I
We
like
vibe,
it.
bro.
I like it.
So you just heard some of my guests talking about.
I mean, I caught snippets here and there.
Okay.
I like the guys are switching, back and forth.
We were too jazzy for you, bro. Basically, today in Zimbabwe, I'm sure you are up with the news.
Right.
There's not just a social media shutdown, a clampdown on the internet.
Right.
I told my viewers and my guests, this is not unique to Zimbabwe.
It's not new.
So you have been a speaker on so many different panels. You've hosted so many different panels where people have spoken about technology. How does clamping down the social media help or benefit governments?
Honestly, it does not help, and I sincerely don't understand why they still do it.
Mm-hmm.
We've seen that over the years as more Africans have continue to have access to the internet. Governments that worried about what that power, what the citizens can use with that power, whenever there is a little bit of a problem in the country, they rush to clamp down on the internet.
Of course.
Because this is a platform for mobilization. I think one of the main fears is in most sub-Saharan governments, so sub-Saharan countries, is that they will see a repeat of the Jasmine Revolution in 2011 in Tunisia, in Egypt, in Libya, where young people used the internet as a platform, especially social media, to mobilize, to speak out against the government, to protest, to coordinate, and to share information and knowledge. But in cases where we've seen clampdowns, and say in Cameroon, in Uganda, in the DRC and other places, we know that this is not effective. It's not an effective tool or a mechanism by the government because people have a way around it. I'm sure in some of your guests have actually spoken about VPN. I had you said VPN, and there's so many ways to work around because technology, as much as you think you can control it or contain it, you cannot tame it.
So you actually just mentioned a very important thing. I obviously can speak well when it comes to Zimbabwe. This is not the first time that social media has taken over. I'm sure you've heard the story of Pastor E, who was speaking against the Mugabe regime.
Yes.
And he had to flee to America and whatnot and so forth.
That's the gentleman with the flag.
With the flag,
yes,
this flag movement.
Yes.
This is the second time. He's also his name is also in the mix. Can you curb social media?
You cannot.
Can people...
Here is free advice to Mnangagwa and all other leaders on the continent. You cannot calm this beast, okay? You can be honest with your people, with your citizens. Let them talk. Let them air out their grievances with the government, with whatever government policy that they're not happy with. Let them talk. Let them talk it out. You cannot stifle them anymore. This is not 2007. It's not 1977. It's not 1989. Days have changed, and actually, this also in a way speaks to the leadership on the continent. Is that many of our leaders who have been around for so many years do not understand. They have not seen the transformation or the transition that have happened in their societies and appreciated the power that comes with, for example, technology, the internet.
You just hit something on the nail. You've seen in Africa, we've seen a wave of young people all of a sudden are coming into these positions of power, and a lot of them understand and utilize social media to the max.
Absolutely.
Is this something that comes with the understanding of how social media is supposed to work?
Listen, if you're a leader who is plugged in into the community and to the young people and the needs and how they do things, you'll understand that, one, like we said, you cannot clamp down on social media or on the internet. That's not an effective way. You can engage them on these platforms. Use the platforms to engage them, actually. This is a way for you to actually reach out to them and have your say. You know, make your points clear to these people why you're doing what you're doing. For example, in Zimbabwe, it would be useful for the president to use social media to reach out to young people who are on the streets and say, hey, listen, we know you're not happy about this, but this is what we're trying to do with it.
Okay.
But then when you clamp down on people, then it feels like you're hiding something.
Of course.
And then they want to find out. That's the human instinct.
To want to, you want to know what's behind
what is
there.
behind? What are you hiding? Why are you refusing us to congregate, to speak to each other, to mobilize? You know?
Okay. Well, Mahlabe Zulu liyamuzwa umnumzana uJackson Mvunganyi, he's the host of Upfront Africa. Uyachasisa ukuthi yena ngombono wakhe lokho kwenziwe nguhulumende akusiza zvibatsire hanzi aiwa muri kutambisa nguva sehurumende aiwa bvapa vamnangagwa mutungamiriri wenyika advice hanzi mutungamiriri wenyika kana makangwara munongovhura internet mosiyawo zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe kuti zvikuudzei kuti aiwa vamnangagwa ndiyo nyaya ndizvo zvichemo zvedu. Imi nemaondero enyu munobvumirana naye here. Do you agree? Lo mnumzana uJackson Mvunganyi lingakhohlwi phela +1 202 619 2077 is a number to call. Lingakhohlwi njalo ukuthi liyakhona ukusibhalela imilayezelo kuma page emakhasini ethu amathathu VOA Studio 7 sikhona njalo ku VOA Shona tilipo zvekare pa VOA Ndebele. So ngenani kuhlelo ontanga ngathi kurukureyi. Now back to you, Jackson. Let's continue the conversation. You were talking about how you feel it's very necessary for leaders to understand this wave, this beast we're going to call technology.
Right, technology, yes.
You spoke about how as citizens, a lot of people feel when you clamp down on social media or just technology in general, you have something to hide.
Right.
Has this happened in different countries, and what can you speak to about that?
Absolutely. Look at Cameroon. Was it last year, 2016, 2017? There was internet shutdown in parts of Cameroon where Anglophone members of the population feel marginalized by the government of Paul Biya. He decided to shut down the internet for a couple of months. It did not stop. Yeah, it did not stop a young man, a 17-year-old, to win a competition that was, I think it was by Google. This young man, I will find out the information later, but I remember he won one of the most coveted prizes by Google, innovation prizes, technology, and you had to have access to internet to be able to do it. So for me, that showed me, I mean, that Cameroon is just one of them. There are many other countries on the continent where the government has felt that it's necessary to clamp down, to shut down the internet, so people cannot communicate with one another. But it's not effective. There are technologies around these clampdowns. That's how technology works. One technology doesn't work for you.
Breeds another one.
That's the way it works. That's the way it functions. And you have to be aware and awake to the fact that people need to talk. People need to communicate. And this is where we are in 2019, actually. I was going to say 2017. We're in 2019. Time flies. Okay? And nothing changes faster than technology. So you're not going to be effective in clamping down the internet and stopping people from talking. Let let people talk, man.
Okay. So I was speaking. You heard me speaking to Hannibal, and he was explaining how when a clampdown happens, it's because the president sees it fit, or they declare it a state.
Or they feel threatened.
Exactly, and they feel it's necessary. Zimbabwe has their cybersecurity bill that and the cybersecurity bill, of course, states that when the president looks at the situation and goes, it's getting a little too rowdy. I wouldn't say we're not working, but it's getting a little too rowdy, and it's not according to him in the interest of the country.
Right.
We're gonna clamp it down.
Right. It is not working, obviously. Is it working in Zimbabwe? I don't know. You've been talking what are the young people saying?
A lot of people are saying different things. Earlier on, I was speaking to Hannibal, and he was attesting how he had something that he described as the trickling down of the internet, where when they woke up in the morning, internet, I'm sure you've seen it in third world nations where the internet is extremely slow. And then eventually just boom, it stopped. Now, a lot of people, of course, that we're communicating with right now are based in neighboring countries such as South Africa and whatnot. But Zimbabweans are still able to join the program. You heard one of my callers that came in. The phone still works, brother.
Right.
the one still works. But let me hold you there.
The thing is that, I mean, before we run out of time, I just wanted to mention that access to information is a fundamental freedom.
Of course.
And people should not feel that they have to ask or beg from their governments for permission to speak or to interact with one another. Okay, so as a government for the people, by the people, you just got elected with a clear mandate of the people.
Of course.
Why would you shut them down?
Why would you saying shut the voice of God is the no. He says the voice of the people is the voice of God.
Right. So by shutting down the people, you're shutting down the voice of God, right? For no better time.
Let me hold you right there for 1 second. Let me take one more call and then we're gonna wrap up the program. Ngiyezwa ukuthi silomlaleli ecingweni umnumzana uSithole. Sithole unjani baba?
Ngiyaphila baba kakhulu.
Usungenile phela kuhlelo.
Yebo baba.
Ukhona ngale kwele South Africa. Kuhamba njani? Yini umbono wakho ngodaba lusegudwini namhlanje?
Hayi lolu daba lolungini lokho lubhekile lapha ku TV hayi kunzima kakhulu lokho kwenzakala eZimbabwe. Kodwa into enzima kodwa into ejabulisayo futhi ngalokho kwenziwa ngabantu kube buhlungu kakhulu ngalokho sokwenzakala ukuthi amasotsha asuka bulala abantu abanganazikhali. Kuyinto ebuhlungu lokho ukuthi amapholisa wona sebenzelani kanti inhlamvu kubantu abangeke bababuyisele ngenhlamvu nabo. Kuyinto ebuhlungu kakhulu ngoba bona ngomthetho kuba yenza into yomthetho kufanele babamba abantu or babakhuze nje kuphela ngokuba bamba bebabopha bebavalela kungcono lokho kunokuthi basebenzise ukubulala ingathi sokuyimpi. Kuyinto ebuhlungu kakhulu kubantu beZimbabwe kodwa into ejabulisayo ukuthi indlela abantu beZimbabwe abasuke babambana ngakhona kube kwenzakala nangesikhathi sokhetho ngendlela ababambane ngayo kube iZanu-PF yaphuma kudala kodwa ngendlela esembona ngakhona iZanu-PF nayo bayihlulile kakhulu abantu babe nepower kudlula yona igovernment.
Awungitshele ke Mbongeni ubona ngani abontanga kumele baqhubekele phambili betshengisela na?
Hayi leyo nto leyo ende nabantu abaningi engikhuluma ngabo lapha hayi wonke abantu bakhanya besekela lento besithi ngabe kuyenzeka wonke umuntu ahambe ayekhona la elisana nalesi simo ngoba into esiyenzeka leyo kuthi ukuthi into esisidelelwa kakhulu iZanu-PF sisidelela kwazi kwadlulisa wonke umuntu engikhuluma naye lapha vele kwate kakhulu ongakuthi vele banesifiso sokuthi kube kuyenzeka bahambe bahamba eZimbabwe ayekhona le ayelisana leZanu-PF. Hayi lento abayenzayo kakhulu vele abaqhubekele phambili kakhulu futhi ukuthi iZanu-PF iziphume embusweni. Asisafuni ukubuyela emuva kulokho nami ngibanikeza ipower enkulu ukuthi bangabuyeli emuva baqhubeke ngakho noma amasotsha bengathi izinto seziright abantu bona baqhubeke besiya phambili kakhulu ngibanikeza ipower enkulu kakhulu ngoba indlela abantu abakwate ngayo nala noma ukhuluma nobani ayakutshela ukuthi hayi lento eyenzakala leyo inzima ayikho right kakhulu ukuthi nawo banesifiso sokuthi kube bahamba baye khonali bayebhekana nalesiya simo esenzakala laphana ngoba sifela izihlobo zethu ezilifana lokuthi sikhulume eZimbabwe lapha njalo bakhulula nathi thina silapho ukuthi sihambe eZimbabwe sisebenzele eduze
hayi siyakuzwa mbongeni
ngendlela engibona kakhona mina ngibanikeza iphawu enkulu ukuthi baqhubekele phambili nathi mangabe kubheda seza nathi sizohamba siyokhanaliselisa nale-ZANU-PF iziphume embusweni
hayi siyakuzwa mbongeni thank you so much ngokungena kuhlelo baba
ya ngiyabonga kakhulu ba
vateri muri kumunzwa mbongeni sithole uyari uko kuSouth Africa kuJoza hanzi aiwa sando dzenyu vechidiki torai sando dzenyu hanzi basa ramuri kuita haiwa enderai mberi muchiratidzira mumigwagwa hanzi tiri kufara zvachose nebasa ramuri kuita ikoko kwamuri saka hanzi aiwa enderai mberi Jackson, so basically I was speaking to Bongeni Sithole and you asked, what are the youth thinking? What are the people thinking? And he's basically saying, man, no matter what, they're tired. They're tired of the government that's there. They're tired, even though, in actual fact, one of the comments I was reading here, there's a guy named Slambe who's saying, ZANU-PF, that means ZANU-PF is doing it by force.
Right. Did ZANU-PF just win a mandate recently? Was it last year?
Yeah.
Did you guys have election last year, right?
We had an election recently and then re-won, and then Mnangagwa came in serving his first official term.
So what kind of threat do they feel they're getting from the population? I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand.
It's difficult to establish. It's difficult to establish.
But like you said, it's not stopping.
It's not. In actual fact, like Mbongeni is saying the protest must go on. He's saying the war must go. In actual, another comment that just came on by Tofara Mbire, he's saying, Marwadzo, no turning back. The only way is going forward.
Right.
So, all right, Ontanga, one more video, and then we come back to you. Earlier on, I was telling you about how technology is being used. When I come back, in Zakuluma Lo Jackson in about a minute, and we're going to establish how technology is being used in Africa. Masibo and eZimbabwe, how exactly are other youths using technology?
My name is Tafatswa Tseisi. Tafatswa Tseisi, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what do you do?
I'm the project officer for the feed ZW. It's a project under Magamba Network, and we work on cutting edge online media content. We mainly focus on podcast and mini documentaries. The reason why we came up with this project was against the background of media polarization in the country. We realized that young people don't actually have that platform to share their everyday stories. So the main purpose of this initiative is to offer an alternative media platform to tell the alternative Zimbabwean story.
My name is Pretty Chavango.
Pretty?
Chavango.
Chavango. Okay, so tell me a little bit about what you do.
I'm the digital media assistant for the feed ZW. So basically I handle the social media platforms, that's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and SoundCloud. So
how are the youth are consuming content maybe on social media? How big is social media here?
Social media is big, especially for young people, because a lot of people, they spend their time on social media, especially on Facebook, on Twitter, and even on Instagram, taking pictures. So using social media it's a big way to reach out to the young people, because that's where they spend most of the time.
So maybe talk about what you do here in terms of what kind of content that you put on social media.
Okay, we have content that comes from our contributors that's targeting youth issues affecting young people. It might be unemployment or the high number of young people who are working in the informal sector. Yeah.
Okay. What has surprised you the most in dealing with young people on social media?
I've realized that a lot of young people, they relate to almost the same.
Well, Mzila Jackson, you heard the young lady, they were talking about the works that they do.
Right.
They were talking about how they're pushing news online. It's pushing, it's moving, like you said.
Those young people are a microcosm of what is happening on the continent. There's a revolution happening on the continent. We know that the continent grapples with high numbers of youth unemployment. Technology presents an opportunity for them to become entrepreneurs in different fields, to innovate around issues of health, of agriculture, many others. And so it's very encouraging to see young people in Zimbabwe doing exactly the same thing. It is helping. It is. I think we're just at the very beginning of it right now. It has tremendous potential for the continent, for the continent's youth, and there's hope to be. There's reason to be hopeful and to be inspired.
Well, Jackson, thank you so much for joining me, brother.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ontanga Limbonile umnumzana Jackson Mvunganyi, the host of Upfront Africa. Check out his show at Upfront Africa on Twitter. That's correct.
Yes.
At Upfront Africa on Instagram. You'll find more details. Entanga, thank you so much. Ngongena kuhlelo lamhlanje sithintile indaba letha kurukura nezvenyaya ye shutdown ye technology yayitika ku Zimbabwe tikakurukura zvekare kuti what exactly is going on. Tinotenda zvikuru. Thank you so much to everyone ongeneleyo kuhlelo. Ontanga wanelo kwalamhla. Let's meet same time same place. Zimbabwe muhle. Bye bye. I love you all. Bye bye.